Hi everyone, it's Lorna the Ladybird Stitcher. Today is Wednesday the 9th of November 2016 and I'm here to give you my update for the election challenge that was running through Stitch Mania. I took part as best I could. You'll notice I'm in different surroundings. I've actually moved now. The move went as well as could be expected. I don't think any move goes perfectly, but there were no major dramas, so we still have a lot to do in both places, so it's not over yet, but we are sleeping in the new house now, and we pretty much live in the new house now, so that's all good. So today I'm only going to go through what I did during the challenge. Although today is Wednesday the 9th, I probably won't upload this until Friday or Saturday. I actually don't have any Wi-Fi at the moment. I'm still waiting for that to be connected. So I don't know when it will go through. I've been promised Friday afternoon, so I'm hoping that I can do it overnight Friday. Whether you know, it goes as expected, I don't know. If I know the telecom companies around Australia, I know that sometimes you do have to nudge them a little bit and give them a call, but that's what they've promised. They promised Friday afternoon. Anyway, so as you know, I participated in the election challenge. The first one was day one, red states. So you had to stitch on a piece with red in it. And I chose Gingerbread Village Block 7, which was Gingerbread Boy and Snowman. I will insert a picture here because I haven't pulled that out to show you. But here's what it looked like before I started. There it is there. So I finished all the red in there, and I've really only got the trees to finish off, a bit of green on the top border, and the gingerbread man next to the snowman. And then that one, except for the French knots and backstitch, that one will be finished. So here's that one. I think there's a couple of snowflakes that go around here as well. I don't know, I'm not sure. But yeah, I finished all the red, which was good. So that's that one. And I'm hoping to get back to that pretty soon because I do want to finish that panel at the very least. So that's that one. Day two, build a wall, stitch on a piece with a wall in it. And I chose Story Keeps Some Enchanted Evening by artwork by Randall Spangler, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'll insert a picture of what that looks like here. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. This is what it looks like now. So I just basically continued along that column and started on the next one. Have I started? I have done a little on the next column there. So that's that one. Still really enjoying this piece, so you may see this one again in my November update. But that was the only time it featured in this challenge. Day three was blue states, stitch on a piece with blue on it, and I chose Mini Pretty Little London by Satsuma Street. I will insert a picture here because it's on a digital magazine. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here's what it looks like now. So I just basically worked on this side of the piece here. Again, really enjoying this one. I was going to do Mini Pretty Little Paris as well, but I'm not sure that I will now. I think that's it. I think it's Mini Pretty Little Paris. That's a mouthful. I don't know that I will now. I am enjoying it, but it's not something that I naturally pick up when I feel like working on a piece, so I don't know. We'll see. But it's fun. It's still fun, and I do hope to finish that by the end of the year, but we'll see. I don't know. Okay, day 4 was first female major party candidate, stitch on a piece with a woman on it, and I chose Juliet, artwork by Takaki, charted by Chiltern Crafts, and it will look like this when it's finished. And here's where it was the last time you saw it. And here it is now. I'm still really enjoying this one. I love every single stitch of this one. I don't know why I haven't worked on it much this year, because I really do enjoy it. So I will get back to it at some point in the near future. I'm stitching this one 1/1 on 25 count Lugana. So there's that one. And then Purple States was again stitch on a piece with purple in it, and I did choose Juliet again, and that's because of all this purple here. So that's that one. Day 6 was Make Whips Great Again. Stitch on a whip you haven't stitched on in a very long time, and I chose this one by that company there. I will not try to pronounce that because I will butcher it. This one doesn't have a name. It's leaflets number. The leaflet numbers are there. I call it Mediterranean Avenue. I believe it may be called Mediterranean because the floss cards actually have the word Mediterranean on them, but it's not really clear to see what the name of this pattern is, but that's it there. I do like what it looks like. I'm just not so happy with the piece of Ada they gave me. It is, I think it's 18 count or maybe 16 count. It doesn't even say. I'm not sure. I'll show you what it looked like last time you saw it. And this is it now. I like to work with a frame of some sort, either a Q-snap or a scroll frame, but this piece, it's almost impossible to put into a frame. I haven't even tried because there's barely any margin up the top there. So from the sides would be fine, but from the top, there's just nowhere to clip it on under a frame. And I'm kind of working, I'm doing 2 blocks per column and then moving it to the right. So I do need that top row to be free, but there's nothing I can clip it onto until I finish that top row. And it does hurt my hands when I have to hold a piece in hand. So that's why I'm not really enjoying this piece so much. I'm not much of a sewer. I suppose if I knew how to sew, I'd put a piece of fabric up here. But then again, I don't know whether that would help with the tension, or probably wouldn't help at all. But anyway, that's where I got to there. So although I like the look of it, I don't know that I'm not enjoying stitching on it, unfortunately. Next one, D is for Democrat, stitch on a piece linked to the letter D, and I picked up Brooks Books, The Darcys, The Happy Couple, and I love this piece. It's so beautiful. And I'm really enjoying working on it too. It's stitched on 32 count Jobelin in Lavender Sunset, and I just got that with when I ordered this from 123 Stitch. It was the suggested linen fabric that it's stitched on. It actually says 28 count Lavender Sunset Jobelin by Wishelt Imports, but like I mentioned last time, it's the piece I got is 32 count, and that was purely what I was sent. I actually chose the 28 count, but I was sent the 32 count, but that's it there. And I'm stitching, well, here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here it is now. So I have finished Mr. Darcy, and I have started on Elizabeth. And you'll see there, brand new needle minder, which I'm really happy with. I got that from Needle Minder Obsession here in Australia. I'll put a link below. You can ask Christine to, hi Christine by the way, you can ask Christine to make these book covers. All you need to do is send her the title and the author, and she will custom make it for you. And she gave me choices, like which ones I prefer, and I chose the one with Colin Firth as Mr. Darcy on the front there, and then the back is actually the back of the book. So it's really clever, and the magnet is actually inside the book, so you don't actually see the magnet on the back. So I really love it. And I did get 3 other Jane Austen ones, which I will show you when I show you my purchases. But anyway, that's the piece I stitched on. This came out again for Grand Old Party, Stitch on a Party theme piece, and I thought this is their wedding day and that would be a grand party. So I stitched on that twice for this challenge. But really enjoying that one. Next one is Primary Elections. Stitch on the piece you have the least progress on, and I chose Stocking Faithful Friends. Artwork by Donna Gelsinger, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And here's what it will look like when it's finished. And this is what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here's where I am now. So it's coming along slowly. You can sort of see I've worked a little bit more on the teddy bear, and I think that's a teddy bear up there that's coming through as well. So that's that one. Still really enjoying this one as well. It's full crosses, 25 count Lugana 1/1. That's that one. Next one, day 9, R is for Republican, stitch on a piece linked to the letter R. I stitched on Singer's Sampler by Silver Creek Samplers. It'll look like this when it's finished. So I stitched on this piece, starts with R. So, and I actually finished that block. And I've started on the next one. And I actually worked on this one again for I is for Independent, day 11, because the next block, Me, is all about I, all about me, myself and I. And I also worked on it for day 12, Electoral College, 270 votes, and I just decided that because I was working on 2 separate panels and there were 7 colours approximately in each panel and there were no complaints because I'm really enjoying this one. It's a stretch, I know, but I didn't think I'd get to 270 stitches on that day. That day was actually the 5th of November, which was moving day, and I don't think I stitched more than for about 5 minutes, if at all, on that day. So there was no way I was going to do 270 stitches that day. But anyway, I'm really happy with the progress on that, and hopefully I'll finish the Me panel soon. But still really enjoying this one. So yeah. That's that one. So that was R is for Republican. Sorry, I'm just referring to my notes here. Day 10 was campaign signs, and you need to stitch on a piece with text in it, and I stitched on Once Upon a Time by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It will look like this when it's finished. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. and this is what it looks like now. So I started on, this one obviously has text because it has the month names. It also up the top has Once Upon a Time, but I've already stitched that. And my goal for this month, which I'll try and finish in the next couple of days, is to complete the border and the November block, because in December I really want to finish this by Christmas, because I want to give this to my daughter for Christmas, and so I really need to have it done by December. I probably won't frame it yet, but in December I just want to pick it up, finish the December piece, and it will be ready. This one is stitched on 28 count Fool's Gold Opal Lugana by Colour Cascade Fabrics. That's that one. It's not showing up very well. I'm still playing around with the lighting in this house, so you may see me experiment with different rooms and things, but I'm not happy with the lighting in this room, but we'll see what happens when we have more furniture in and things like that. So day 11 was Singer Sampler again, and day 12 was also Singer Sampler. Day 13 was White House, stitch on a piece with white Aura House in it, and I decided to stitch on Victorian Charm by Dimensions, which is that one. And this one is stitched on 18 count Navy Ada. Here's what it looked like the last time we saw it. And here it is now. And again, I didn't really get much done on this one. Once again, it was too close to moving day, we were still unpacking. I did give myself a few minutes in the evening to get a little bit done over here, but not much. I was exhausted by the end of the day and I just went to bed. So that's that one. And then day 15, which was yesterday, was Once Upon a Time again. It was to stitch on a piece related to November, or the number 8, and I stitched on the November panel. So that's all that is. I did get a little bit of haul this month, not much, but I'll probably show you that in my November update, because I'll have a little bit more come in hopefully by the end of November. But that's all I've got. So I want to thank Katie and Garrett from Stitch Maynia for putting on this challenge. I really had a good time. I just wish it wasn't slap bang in the middle of my moving, because I would have been able to get a lot more done. But putting when I posted on Facebook, I posted where I was, and so where I started and where I'd finished on that day, and I could really see the progress by posting pictures like that. So that was a really good way of noticing that even though I only stitch on a piece for one night at a time, you do make a lot of progress over that time. So, and by one night I mean, you know, a couple of hours here and there. So, you know, it's really, and I really enjoyed picking up a different piece, working out which piece I was going to stitch each day, picking them all out, and yeah, that kind of thing. I was really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to participate in the Olympic challenge. Sorry, I can't talk today. Which was a similar sort of challenge where you had to pick a different piece every day based on different events in the Olympics. I didn't participate in that for various reasons. It was my daughter's birthday that month, and we had a lot to do. In hindsight, I probably would have had more time to stitch back then than I did this month, but anyway, I really still enjoyed the election challenge, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to participate in the next similar one. I know that there's a 12 days of Christmas, or 12 days of Stitchmas one coming up as well, which will run for 12 days before Christmas or after Christmas or something, but I don't think I'm going to be able to stitch on that one. It just doesn't, I don't think I've got that many projects that will fit the bill there. But anyway, I really enjoyed it, and I will see you again at the end of November. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your lovely comments on my previous video. The thumbs up, the thumbs down if that's what you feel like doing. but and all the subscribers that I have. I really do appreciate it. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.